due to the time limitation, and so I'll quickly introduce my lab. So robots for, the title is Robots for Assisted Living. And I have a lot of affiliations, and many of them are regarding assisted living. And recently I started working for Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare, and founded and running Smart Life Care Co-Creation Laboratory, and I'll explain it later. So, because of my background, so my background is intelligent robotics and also computational neuroscience, learning robotics, and assistive robotics. I have many backgrounds actually. So my major background is intelligent robotics and computational neuroscience. Although because of my history, I studied other some fields a lot already and published many good papers. So in sum, you can study these if you are quite enthusiastic. Okay, if you have enthusiasm and enter my laboratory, then you can study from me a lot. And why? So I have started working for assisted living, because that's because of my mother. So when I became a researcher, and right after that, she got Parkinson's disease, and that's why. And I'm a lone child, so I need to take care of her. And unfortunately, we knew a lot of good ICT and also robotics technology, but those are not actually developed for elderly people, or these are people having disability. So that's why I have studied. I have been doing a lot of robotics research also, but due to the time limitation, I'm just showing one quite typical assistive robot of my laboratory. This is robot clothing, in other words, dressing assistance robot. So we proposed this in the world first many years ago, and still have been developing for the social implementation. Some of you might not be interested in healthcare or life care because you are very young guys, right? So actually, see, this is the population pyramid of Japan, and this is your country. Okay, your country's population pyramid. See, not so different. So actually, Kitakyushu City is one of the aged cities in Japan. So that's why Kitakyushu City and also QTech and me, and my colleagues have been working quite seriously about this issue. If we succeed in creating, smart life care, co-creation society here, if we have achieved some assistive living technologies, then it will help all over Japan and also maybe your country. Okay. So that's why Kitakyushu City have already, was designated as, very important city for introducing robots. So Kitakyushu City have been working with the Japanese government also, and they have tried to introduce these robots to the nursing care homes seriously, but of course it's not so easy. Why it's easy? Because there is a dilemma. So cost, risk, benefit balance, taking those balances is really difficult because the individual needs are quite different. Right? And also in nursing care homes, unfortunately, they don't like to introduce new technologies. They don't have Wi-Fi. They don't have time to change their operation due to the less number of caregivers. So those problems. So how we can overcome these problems to meet the various needs of individuals. So one typical way is to run this cycle very quickly. So ideation involving so the actual caregivers and managers, and also sometimes so patients or the elderly themselves. And after that, so create quickly, so rapid prototype, so necessary devices or some systems, and we need to evaluate it very quickly also. So if we can run this cycle, then so this cycle is similar to lean startup. Okay, so if we can run this cycle, then we might be able to so solve the problem, the dilemma problem that I told you already. Okay, and so fortunately, QTech and Kitakyushu City founded a fascinating new laboratory in our campus. That's called Smart Life Care Co-Creation Laboratory. and where, we have a lot of prototyping tools, rapid prototyping tools, and also great, biological measurement systems. We also have, of course, we have good knowledge about simulation of computing musculoskeletal estimation, so forward and inverse dynamics estimation by using OpenSim in this case, right? So by combining these technologies, I want to realize this process, okay? And we have already collaborated, we have been collaborating in many, industries already, yeah. So this is a good start. And another, just due to time limitation, I just want to show this another example. So in the Smart Life Care Co-Creation Laboratory, we have been developing this intelligent workcell for, particularly for the elderly and the people with disabilities. Here you see rubber and 3D printer and CNC files and some tools here. Right? And we, on top of this, we need to develop great AI to understand the motor intention or planning intention of the elderly or people with disabilities. So that's a new project. Okay, so thank you very much for listening. And so please, if you are interested in my laboratory, please shoot this, QR codes, which will bring you to my homepage, YouTube channel containing a lot of movies, and the Smart Life Care Co-Creation Laboratory homepage. Unfortunately, it is only in Japanese, and my lab's Facebook page. Okay, thank you very much.